Talk. Bye.
Spartan principles, discipline and bravery, and the...
Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show. There we go. All right. We are back. We are back. We got a few extra things, few extra tweaks. We added a camera, a fire camera, fireplace, live, the live cam. Fire, oh, I might have to throw another log on, we'll see here. But yeah, that's, let me zoom out, show you the fireplace. There it is, live. That's a fire that is going on right now, as we speak. And, yeah, we switched up a few things, made it a little easier on the noggin, and, it's going to be a good show. It's going to be a good show. We got this angle here with the boards. That's the VHS camera. This is the behind the scenes camera. I showed it in the last jam, but yeah, it's nice to have a wide shot. Got a wide shot. All right, there's one TV that is playing some volume that I need to change, so I'm going to do that real quick. Okay, I think we're just about ready to start the show. All right.
Dragons left the Cape in search of a promised land. The Cape of Good Hope is the southernmost tip of South Africa, and Cape Town was its first major settlement and port. Battle-weary and at a turning point in their momentous journey across Africa, known as the Great Trek, many sought to settle in the beautiful rolling landscape of Zulu territory, which was, ironically...
And I don't know what he's saying.
He's asking you if you swear...
No, but I know all the words.
He's asking you if you'll swear to tell the truth.
Truth is stranger than fiction, Judgy Wudgy.
Kindly address this court as your honor, and take the oath. Do you solemnly swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Certainly. What have I got to lose?
Take the stand.
Where will I put it?
No. Take the stand.
I got it. Now what?
And bowel control. Once he's mastered this, you want to begin keeping the kennel door open at night. For the first night or two, or when you must leave him in more than a couple of hours, you may still want to leave some papers down outside the cage for security reasons. After 2 or 3 days, your puppy may be able to stay clean the evening through. However, some young dogs may take longer. Most 2-month-old puppies can control themselves for up to 3 hours. Then add about 1 hour control for every month of age to a maximum of 8 to 10 hours.
Most dogs all learn quickly to keep their cages clean.
St. John's, the provincial capital. The memory of battles fought between the British and the French is kept alive by the Signal Hill Tattoo.
Royal Newfoundland Company, halt!
I'm just about ready to do anything. I made a life-size Jonathan Davis, and it was like a poster. And a guy picked me out of the crowd from MTV, and he brought me over to where like the camera was and everything. And Fieldy comes out, and he interviewed us, and he gave me tickets right on TV, on TRL too. Brought my friend. I'm happy to have her as a friend. She's got connections.
Yeah. Yeah! Yeah, man. Is that the best you can do, man? No, that's not the best we can do. How's that? Excellent. 1 of 400. We are all blessed. We are all blessed and fortunate to be experiencing this. Once in a lifetime opportunity. Yeah.
Now known as 1605 at Port Royal, in the land French call Acadia.
Telling you the story of the Acadian people, we have to start off in their homeland, which was France. The Acadians were colonizers. They wanted to come and start a new life.
No, as well as some other methods which we'll discuss later. Immediately lead him outside and give him major praise when he completes the act. A punishment should be effective and encourage the desired result, or it's not even worth your efforts. To be most effective, it's best...
Game 1A, 0H3.
I'm going.
Now that's right. What have you got to lose? Another one of these and we'll open our own studio.
Bill rendered $24. Past due. Remit without further delay. Me.
Tough luck, I guess. Fifth race. Tri-cap. Who's riding tri-cap?
A day. This will vary with the breed or size of the dog. By 1 year of age, most small and medium-sized dogs are ready to switch to adult dog food, while many veterinarians now recommend keeping larger dogs on puppy food up to 1.5 years or even...
Hey, Larry. Listen.
In the massacre that followed, 500 trekkers, as the settlers were called, were killed, right down to the last woman and child. The livestock was taken as booty. Until that time, no other single event had shaken the interests of white settlers in South Africa. anger and thirst for revenge on the blood of Dingaan's house was bitter if disorganized. Bands of men sought retribution on them.
Unfortunately, there's no sound for this fire. I was going to play some fire crackling sound underneath, but next time maybe. Have to figure out what I could play that off of, because yeah, there's just no sound. I'm holding the mic up to it right now, you know. You don't hear nothing, so just going to put in some fake crackling sound. It's not fake, actually. It'll be a recording, so it won't be live, but it'll be good for the fire cam. A little crackle would be nice, right?
Continent.
This is hot.
You know what? I've heard 3 songs off it. As of it comes out tomorrow, but I've heard 3 songs. And one song we're playing on the radio, Falling Away From Me. Videos on MTV also. It's awesome.
I work in a record store, and I even put down money so I can get mine the day it comes out. I want that album so bad.
Healthy for you too. Of course, you have to exercise common sense as well as muscles. Take suitable precautions if it's extremely hot or cold outside. And if you have an older dog or one with arthritis or other partially debilitating medical conditions, consult with your veterinarian before starting your exercise plan. Regular exercise, it's a good way to keep your dog fit. And just as important...
Difficult to penetrate.
Traded was beaver, as well as fancy furs such as lynx, Arctic fox, and mink. From Quebec City, the furs were shipped all over Europe. In England, an Act of Parliament passed by the House of Commons in 1630.
Jonathan also fell in love with glam rock and formed a band called Sex Art.
Jonathan Davis, I've said this before, I've interviewed Jonathan Davis a couple times. Number one, in my opinion, a great guy.
I met Corn and I cried to him.
In 1670 to pursue the fur trade. More than 320 years after its incorporation, the Hudson's Bay Company remains Canada's largest retailer.
In some cases, as with rabies, they're required by law.
Wait to deal with Krulos on even terms.
Look at them, the
Attack!
Mount up, quickly!
On what was to become known as the Battle of Blood River.
Two to three times a week, a few minutes each time. That's all it takes to help avoid costly major dental problems throughout his life. All dog owners should have in their healthcare arsenal. Regular grooming helps your dog feel comfortable and look good, of course, but it's also an important part of controlling skin diseases and parasites like ticks, lice, or fleas. You'll find an awful lot of shampoos and flea control products on your supermarket shelves. I suggest you avoid these and instead get your veterinarian to recommend effective skin and coat care formulations. There are a number of excellent products on the market for conditions like dry skin.
Florian, permanently!
Happy landing, Snakeskin!
Ah, how convenient. Vipers, the door! Fire on the door!
Stored in 1766 and again in 1969. Baronial Chateau Frontenac, built by the Canadian Pacific Railway in 1892. The Chateau Frontenac initiated a tradition of chateau-style hotels that became a uniquely Canadian architectural form. Quebec is a rich potpourri of old and new, of past and present. Though England won Quebec from France 200 years ago, 80% of all Québécois are direct descendants of the French voyageurs and the colonists of New France. And while the nation as a whole has two official languages, French and English, French alone is the official language of the province of Quebec. Even the culture and art are unique, different in both approach and technique from the rest of Canada. Steeped in the French language and French Canadian culture from the day they are born, Quebec's artists often look as much to France for inspiration
As a member of the Canadian Broadcast Standards Council, CTV is committed to the highest standards of broadcasting and adheres to the codes of conduct of the Canadian Association of Broadcasters. If you have a concern about something viewed on our service or under the Statement of Principles and Practices regarding journalistic independence, write the CBSC at P.O. Box 3265, Station D, Ottawa, Ontario, K1P6H8, or email complaints at cbsc.ca.
If you've ever rented one of these TVs in a hospital anywhere in this country, the odds are you're dealing with a company in Regina called Hospitality Network. The company was started in 1993 when Regina entrepreneur Al Simpson teamed up with SaskTel to deliver pay-per-view movies to hotels. Well, soon they were renting TVs and phones to patients in hospitals, and then they bought out an American competitor.
We decided to approach them and see if they'd be interested in selling their Canadian operations, and
Come here. Help me up.
Are you hurt?
No more than usual. Come on, the wolves are on us. We gotta get out of here.
Oh, I can't. The dishes aren't finished.
Oh, yes, they are. Well, I bet I know what you're going to say now.
What?
Good night.
Good night, and thanks.
Hey, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Free. Plus, you don't pay for 15 months at the Brick.
If you understand this sign language, take comfort. We understand.
Mark Twain once described Montreal as a city where you couldn't throw a brick without hitting a church window. He was very nearly right. Montreal has more than 400 churches.
During this, the lead singer jumps on the pipes, swinging back. You can't swing on those pipes, man. They're French. Bust the pipe open. Water floods the room. Band. Oh my goodness, man. They would come out with whipped cream. The lead singer would come out with whipped cream all over his body. Onto the stage. These guys were crazy, man. They were trips. They were funny, though. Those were funny guys.
LAPD broke up after one EP and a record of Chili Pepper style funk.
They had to make a few band member adjustments first. They added Head on the guitar. He used to hang around with him, but he wasn't in the band. You know what I'm saying? Until they started making.
King Umpanda had a total of 60 sons. 16 years into his peaceful rule, two of his most beloved sons would argue over who was the rightful heir to the throne. The two sons, Umboyazi and Kechwayo, lived at opposite ends of the Zulu kingdom. They had become... According to Zulu folklore, he called the two brothers to a meeting where a successor was to be chosen. The two rival siblings journeyed to Umpanda's royal settlement from North and South Zululand, bringing their warriors with them.
Fact of life. It only makes sense to make a national sport out of it. Canadian children learn to skate almost as soon as they can walk. And the very next thing they learn is how to play ice hockey. The first formal hockey game was played in Montreal in 1875 with a set of rules drawn up by J.G.A. Creighton, a student from McGill University. Even pee-wee hockey games draw big crowds. and professional sports scouts looking for the next big major league talent. Not every boy in Canada can grow up to be Wayne Gretzky, but all of them can dream about it.
Look at you, Cousin Basil. Oh. Now, don't you go away. Hello? Yes, this is Miss Hopkins. Your Cousin Basil? Well, then who is...
Well, I really enjoyed
you pretend to be my Cousin Basil.
Remember,
I'll teach you a thing.
if you need to review any portion of this tape, you can find the appropriate section by the color coding method I described earlier. I hope I've been able to give you a better understanding about your new friend, and I certainly hope you'll bring many years of fun and pleasure to your home. Thanks again for your time. I'm Dr. Jeff.
Like Oprah.
Rumors about Robert Redford and me.
Gigantic fazonkel.
No, that's true.
Share a very special place with people who will lift your spirits.
1 million satisfied customers cannot be wrong.
Weekday afternoons at 2.
We only got 2 hours left. Come on, get going. Come on.
Come right in, folks.
Yes, indeed. Say, here's the license. My pal wants to get married in a rush.
Oh, splendid. Oh, excuse me. Hello?
And the tensions could escalate along its border with India. The trigger could be Kashmir, the Indian border state, parts of which are claimed by Pakistan. But there are also fears that India could be drawn into conflict with China, another nuclear power. China claims that 2 Indian border states are part of its territory. And in a U.S. Senate committee today, there were predictions that...
City Pulse, Harold. Everything's ready, Luke. Got a great forecast for the next 2 days. Wow, 14 millimeters, that's not bad. The weekend weather is going to be great for coming down here to Burlington, to the Royal Botanical Gardens Center. Well, it's going to be great for the outdoors, but you should really wear your sunblock because the UV index will be kind of high.
5 seconds to you, Harold.
Great weather will continue for the next several days, and temperatures will be well above normal.
The government separated my family. Catherine, Anna, and Patricia, we've been looking for you for 20 years. I've met my...
All right. I'm not sure if we're halfway or when we actually started. I don't know. I'm just freestyling here. We're just rocking and rolling. I flipped a couple tapes. Okay. So this fireplace is actually a different fireplace. It's a tape. I have a fire in a box. It's called VHS. My fire is right here, actually. There's my fire, and maybe we want to do a little keying with both fires. I don't know. Do we want to do that? Let's try that. There's fire within the fire. It's hard to see, but it's there, I promise. There's a cool keying feature on this Roland. Which is kind of neat. But anyways, yeah, I'm just going to put it on now. Yeah, there we go. There we go. There's the two fires together. Testing out the keying feature here. Anyways, my fire is, it's going. I threw a couple logs on, so I think we're ready to go. But yeah, I like the crackling. So I did finally got the crackling. You're getting the audio from, I'm not sure how you change to the audio input unless it's just right on the, supposed to be on the mixer maybe. Yeah, we'll have to test that out to figure that out. There's lots to figure out all the time. Oh, another tape has just ended. So I'm going to flip that tape. You can watch me do that. I feel like I accidentally recorded over Dino Riders, but it was at the end of the tape, so I don't think it'll matter. Anyway, I'll have to check that and update you next time. We didn't actually get a lot of Dino Riders. Maybe I should just replay it. Let's just replay it, yeah. Well, first I want to see, did I actually record over it? I don't know. Maybe not.
Don't frighten it, young star.
Anyway, this is a cool cartoon. Might have to rewind it. I don't know.
Harm, my huge friend.
But anyways, yeah, overhead. Got a new overhead. I got to incorporate these angles a little bit more. There's so much to switch from now. So yeah, it's as you can see, the monster, as it has grown, it has also gotten a little more complicated with extra things. But we are up to 23 inputs if you're a newcomer. It started out as 4 inputs, I think. 4 or 5, and then we went to 8, and then to 16, and then to 22, and now we're at 23. And there is actually one more input that I'm not using on the main switcher. But the thing is that you have 2 switchers going into one switcher. So I have to figure out how to get the audio from those other 2 inputs, which it's a lot to learn, right? So anyways, that's what you get. You get a multi-camera, multi-input. This one's a cool shot too. Shows the boards, up close. This is the DVD player right here. Portable DVD player. So yeah, it's taken a while to get it all dialed. Another thing I added, and maybe we can see it in the back shot here, but maybe not. There, that one. Okay, yeah, you could see up at the top where I'm pointing. There are antennas. 4 antennas. Do they do anything? No, they don't. but I just like having them there. It's a prop, basically. Anyway, I'm going to stop yapping, get back to the show, because we are wasting precious video time. So let's get back to the show here.
Sway, go back to the ship.
What are you going to do?
Don't worry about me, Pipsqueak. Now go.
Questar! Questar! A Tyrannosaurus Rex is attacking! Young...
Wonderful, super, wonderful, just wonderful. To me...
Huh. I don't suppose you can fly. Come on, go faster! Ah! Ah!
Western Canada has an astonishing range of scenery. From Manitoba's subarctic tundra and Saskatchewan's rich farmlands to Alberta's majestic mountain peaks and British Columbia's coastal forests.
Well, and made...
with the formidable Zulu.
I have my orders. I am going to read out now a first...
Convenient Canada's cities are. At their back is always the haunting wildness of the far north, the kingdom of the ice bear, the land of Nanook of the North. Polar bears are creatures of the far north and the Arctic. They are found nowhere else on Earth. At Churchill,
I mean, it keeps that flame of hope.
Fort is near Churchill.
To be able to get out.
It first freezes in.
And then, you know, on their connections, and they kind of opened a lot of eyes for the record industry to actually look at Bakersfield and look at the talent that is available here. Because it's not like LA. There's not everyone's a musician. You know, there's the few bands that are here, and most of them are pretty good.
They discovered and signed both Limp Bizkit and Orgy.
They started elementary, and they signed Orgy and Ryan.
Editing effects can be grouped into 4 major categories.
Ford and Mercury, like Natalie Briand and her Ranger. First new vehicle happens.
Like women in trucks.
Who? Space that?
Has to
Get the maximum yield at minimum rates, not...
And movement of the objects in a shot.
Tired old eyes.
What is it?
Hold everything. Come on. Come on. Directory.
I'll work day and night, Mr. Niles.
And I'll work with her, Oliver.
And I can be mean or nasty or anything you want, Mr. Niles.
If she clicks, Oliver, you've got a star overnight. Okay. Wait till you hear them at the end of the picture.
rode in from Rorke's Drift with his native horse. Now, he was a more senior officer, and so he automatically took command, and there is evidence that Pauline reported the general's instructions to him. However, he ignored those instructions and told Pauline that he would ride on and look for the general. Of course, when he started to ride on, he met the impi. What followed was the disaster of Ishandwana, where the British and native troops were decimated by the Zulus.
The Zulus were able to observe Chelmsford's 2 regiments leaving the camp at
Wild swans tattoo patterns across the sky. Wild geese return for the brief Arctic summer to nest. Many birds breed in the Arctic: eared grebes, seagulls, and Arctic loons. Under the midnight sun, Arctic cotton bursts into bloom, and the Arctic sky soars blue and limitless over the burgeoning life of summer.
Getting hot in here, not gonna lie. Getting cooked. I also forgot to hit record. Boy, am I rusty or what here? Jeez. Anyways, I did hit record now, so we'll have to marry those things together, I guess. But no upload tonight, unfortunately. We'll have to do it tomorrow when we get the other download from YouTube. That's why it's nice to go live, you know. This is all live, by the way. So anyways, back to the show.
the British soldiers were
a brave and stalwart spirit has served them well. Hutterite farms are among the most productive in the land.
Bam. Porno for pirate. But Monkey got meningitis, and the
goodbye
dropped out of the tour. The third album was Follow the Leader, and it went #1 the first week it was out. Jonathan said, "This is the bomb. We're gonna stuff it with the fattest grooves and the heaviest shit ever. Fuck it. Fuck radio. Fuck everything."
When they recorded NRG, when they did
Watch your language, jeez.
I used to live across the street. This is North Hollywood.
Okay, let's find the diamond. It's the schmoo, the
Regina, Saskatchewan instills recruits with the values that befit a symbol of national pride. The RCMP still drills Mounties in the century-old exhibitions of horsemanship known as the musical ride.
I think the biggest satisfaction of being part of the musical ride has to do with the look on people's faces when you're performing, especially when we come to near the end of the ride and the charge is about to begin.
How convenient.
You'd hear 9 other brothers say, okay. They'd all go, okay, okay, okay. And finally, they'd say, wait a minute. That's only 10 of us. Benjamin's at home.
National Park, Banff is also the most popular.
Gotcha! Bullseye! Why, you... Your hat. Thank you. You're welcome.
Put power for you. One. Buy it now on video.
The president's plane has been hijacked.
Harrison Ford is magnificent. This is the one you've been waiting for.
Air Force One is still with us. We're still here.
Air Force One. Buy it now on video cassette and DVD.
At certain times of the year, you have an important need to fulfill, and that's transportation. At Auto Clearing, we introduced the no-hassle alternative, indoor automobile shopping.
Spelling out the word love. Why not the City Hall? A police escort of every motorcycle cop in town. Sirens screaming, confetti pouring out of buildings like the Lindbergh reception in New York, only on a big scale.
The Leather Ranch. Here is a review of our new collections, Factory Direct. This will assure you of unbeatable prices. We are your pet.
On CIPA TV, pull up a stool for a cup of good cheer.
Hurry, please.
I mean, it was under a huge roof. The factory itself was probably about 1/4 of a mile long. And
died where they stood. There were few survivors from the battle. Many ran through the Zulu lines to reach the...
Our men. There were 20,000 come down on us. They took possession of our camp. There were about 15 or 20 to each one of us. And the fighting altogether lasted 13 hours, and the greater part of it was hand-to-hand fighting. And I think myself very lucky that I have escaped.
Constructed at the Terrell Museum of Paleontology, the largest collection of complete skeletons in the world.
Whoa! I did not plan that. Dinosaurs? Wow.
Retreat, retreat.
To till land that is barren. But Cartier never saw British Columbia. The people who live there call it God's country.
You're nuts. We're going to be paupers. Paupers. Are you kidding? We're not even married. Why don't you be quiet? Oh, think. Well, anyway, I got the spot out.
Railways, there would be and could be no Canada. British Columbia accepted, and with that decision, expanded the borders of Canada from the Atlantic to the Pacific. The first transcontinental train left Montreal on the 28th of June, 1886, and arrived in British Columbia 6 days later.
Marv, are there several people named Rich Wilkerson here? I don't know. No, he said, I think that's you. He said, I don't know anybody else. They're probably calling for you. They're calling for me.
Batteries not included. The Dino Rider.
Scenic mountain passes in the road.
Take this, young star. You need glasses, hammerhead. Pick out someone your own size.
On their Triceratops.
The Rocky Mountain, quite simply,
Turret from his Styracosaurus.
spectacular train rides.
Another aspect of criticism was that they should always camp behind a laager of their wagons pulled together. Now,
Tyrannosaurus Rex, attack!
I'll crush you, gunner.
It's Rich Wilkerson. Hello, hello. It's Rich Wilkerson. And then I hear this, kind of this echo.
But in fact, all 12 of these oscillators can be controlled either by hand or by one of the other oscillators.
The people and events that have shaped our province celebrate the centennial. 100 years, 100 stories. Mondays and Thursdays on CTV News. Brought to you in part by Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's more in the bucket.
Half the time those... Bye. I'll see if I can disinfect this steak.
Which can be increased or decreased, speeded up or slowed down. What I've just set up, one oscillator controlling another, is an example of voltage control, which is
26. Thousands of unique items arriving.
Right? These guys all look like that little guy in the Carol Burnett show. You know that little... filling these little manila folders with their orders, right? Seal it up. They've been doing this like...
And Mike Bilecki, a right-hander, goes against Mark Langston right here at Olympic Stadium tomorrow afternoon.
Should be another pretty good crowd to see that one here at the Big O.
Strike three called on Wilkerson. The first strikeout for McGaffigan. 2 down in the ninth.
Target is low and inside. The Santa Fe, that ball tail's almost down the middle. Wilkerson just froze.
The guy would pull out in his golf cart and these guys would, oh, what a...
to trigger a longer note. Now, compare that with this. I've given it a gradual beginning by extending what we call the attack. With this knob.
Introducing Chevy Venture, the only minivan that offers a remote control door. Pretty convenient, huh?
Whoa, Dad.
What? The all-new Chevy Venture is here.
Let's go.
Good idea. AIDS is a fatal disease with no known cure.
Thanks, boss. Now, Vicky, there's a dish for free space. But if Maine swam across the Pacific, the papers would keep it a secret. Well, the exhibitors don't like him, the critics don't like him, the public don't like him, and I don't like him.
Months and months and months with these... He started to kind of tempt me. Here I'm a Bible college student. I didn't go with him, but I was kind of tempted. Maybe that would be fun. You go out there with these 60-year-old guys and get bombed.
Share a very special place with people who will lift your spirits.
1 million satisfied customers cannot be wrong.
Weekday afternoons at 2.
Here's McGuire coming on to the field.
Yeah, this could be the last play of the season for these guys, Bubba.
That's the truth, partner.
Third down and long, and here's the snap. Looks like play action, and what a block by Crawford. He just threw it on Radke, crushed him. McGuire's in the clear, and Bukowski made the big play, and what a play. Let's look at it again.
The trap bell going the wrong way. Level Radke cleared a lane here, and Bukowski and McGuire hooked up to make it to the 1.
Yeah, first and goal, what should be an easy 6.
Are you blue?
Let's talk about it. Well, Bubba.
Heck of a play, partner.
A reminder that the next Blue Jays telecast on CTV will be Sunday, tomorrow, and Toronto will play host to the Seattle Mariners at the Sky.
This is the combination to a safe. Roosevelt? You're wrong, quiz kid. T-H. I got it. What? Thomas Edison. Why don't you dumbbell stop? Henna color at all?
See a pinch runner.
It'll be Nixon or Hudler.
It's going to be somebody, one of those two.
Otis Nixon. So here is Otis Nixon, the Expos' top base stealer.
Hubie, good fastball hitter. He hits left-handers very well. And he turned on that high.
At Tanu has the largest collection of totem poles in Canada in their original location. The Haida who settled this wild coast left behind these towering sentinels to haunt the peace of this silent wilderness.
I have a question for you.
Watch it in our hand and let it slide through. I'm going to search all the clothes. Me too. 400, 100.
We'll start with you. You just give me your dream, and we'll go down the line.
Baby.
All right, that concludes our session for tonight. It was a bit of a long one. I don't know. I think it was an hour. It seemed like an hour. And we had a few issues, but you know, it all adds to the performance, and I don't mind it. So a few things to work on, which is fine. That's what it's all about. Every jam is a new test for different things. Anyway, look at that setup. How cool is that? We also lost our one preview monitor. For some reason, it's an old TV. It just sometimes you just can't get a feed. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And I think I'm gonna have to pull that out of the lineup because I'm sick of this. So I'll have to replace that, maybe with a black and white. I don't know. It's just it'd be nice to have one more monitor that could take the video signal, so I don't have to convert it. But I could convert it. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal at all, to be honest. Anyways, let's go back to this here. Yeah, so anyways, that's the setup. Overhead, we'll have to, I'm going to mount that, actually. Yeah. And, yeah, that's the end of our show. Thank you for tuning in. I know it was a long one, and I commend you if you have made it to the end. I know these are not the easiest pieces of content to watch. It's very random. It's like channel surfing, and you're literally watching a guy channel surf. And, you just have to sit back and enjoy it, you know. So on that note, we're gonna leave you with the fire. There's the fire, and maybe we could find a little bit of purple here. A little bit of purple. Purple. Yeah, tapes are starting to end. Oh, here we go. Back color. We're looking for the purple. There we go. Thanks for watching, and have a good night.